Hi everybody, welcome back to the Roaming Viddlers YouTube channel. My last video, my wife said I looked like a gangster with my baseball cap and glasses and unshaven. So here we are, no baseball cap, no sunglasses, and we're in the motorhome. I was going to do it outside, but it's chucking me rain. Anyway, I digress. Last video, when I was looking at our issues we had when we were away, I promised a video on the mobile Wi-Fi box and associated SIM cards for various countries. So let's dive in. So we have a TP-Link MiFi box, mobile Wi-Fi data box. There it is. It's the MiFi, sorry, it's a TP-Link M7450. I'll put some links in the description below. They range from about 80 to 100 quid online. But yeah, it basically gives you mobile data. So it's your own hotspot rather than using your phone's data. So as I said in my previous video, if you use a lot of data, you're downloading videos, uploading your photos, your videos, you're downloading Netflix and you're watching stuff using your phone as a hotspot, then you're going to gobble up some data. So the best way around it is have a mobile hotspot data box with you when you're abroad and purchase a local SIM card. Now I've seen the local SIM cards described as tourist SIM cards, dead easy, walk into a shop, ask for a tourist SIM card, boom, off you go. Personally, we haven't found it that easy. Certainly not in France. However, I will explain what we've personally had. I'm sure some of you will say, well, yeah, I've had no issues, but this is just our experience. So first of all, we're going to look at France. As I said in previous videos, France was a bit of a nightmare. Again, our own personal experiences. Last year, we had a couple of months in France. Our friends who have lived there for 25 years, when I said about going and buying a tourist SIM card, just laughed, said, you're in France now, that ain't gonna happen. English head on, yeah, be fine. It wasn't. It was a nightmare. Not gonna go through all the details with it. In the end, we ended up in a small tobacco in Toulouse after being given the runaround by a couple of phone shops, and we bought an SFR card behind the counter. You start talking tourist SIM cards, you get the Gallic shrug. SIM card. So we bought an SFR card. 30 euros, gave us 30 gig of data for 30 euros. Works fine. SFR is just another network. It works perfectly well all across France. Same as here in this country. You get into it and get into the wilds and back and beyond, then you know your signal drops off a little bit. But 90% of the time in the main areas, absolutely fine. To top it up was quite simple. Well, no, it wasn't that simple. To top it up, when you run out of data, then you need to purchase a top-up code. Did have a look online, didn't get very far with that. So the simplest way was to walk into a tobacco, providing you can find a tobacco that deals with SFR. Not easy again. Purchase another 30 euros, they will give you a ticket, an SFR, and on that will have a code. So on the code, via the app with your MiFi box, you can text the code, boom, tops up. Worked fine. That was last year. So this year in France, we were faced with the same issue. The old SFR card had locked out, and you know, it wasn't even worth the hassle trying to reactivate it. So we started looking around for something new. So we ended up, by luck really, asked a few locals, and we went to a big shopping centre. We asked some locals, you know, about buying a tourist SIM card. Again, it was tourist SIM card, I know what you're talking about. Nice guy, nice 6'6" security guard. So go to a multimedia shop. Again, It's an E.Leclerc. You see E.Leclerc shops everywhere. E.Leclerc, probably. This happened to be a multimedia shop, so I guess it's owned by E.Leclerc. But it was a bit like a smaller PC World. Had printers and all that kind of stuff in there. So, asked the guy in the shop, "Do you sell SIM cards?" Spoke enough English. "Yeah, we sell SIM cards, sir. No problem whatsoever." So we ended up with a Reglo, again I'll put some links in the description, a Reglo mobile SIM card. Brilliant. For 18 euros, 200 gig. 13.95, 140 gig. 140 gig at 4G plus, 18 euros, 200 gig at 5G. I'm starting to think this is all a little bit too good to be true. So said, right, we'll have 200 gig data, thank you very much. However, you have to register it. You may be able to register it online, but it was easier just to do it in the shop. But for that, you'll need your passport. Didn't have a passport. Wife had to run back, motorhome, get passport, come back. So they register the card, the SIM card, online for you, but you do need your passport. The other thing they needed was a French address. So we just gave them the campsite address. As long as they got an address, I don't care where it is. Just give them the campsite address where we were staying. Or we stayed the night before. Happy then. So we got the card. So what we're doing is, the girl behind the counter is in French to the guy, and he looks at me and says, "Oh, by the way, it won't work in your mobile box." I said, "Why won't it work in a mobile box?" He said, "Because it only works in phones." I said, "But it's a SIM card. It just works in a box." He said, "No, it won't work." Well, okay. I thought, worst case scenario, I'll stick it in my phone, use my phone as a hotspot. The only downside of that is with your phone, when it's on Wi-Fi, excuse me, it's using other things, and your upload and download speed might not be quite so good as with a dedicated box. Long story short, it works fine in there. I don't know what she was thinking about, but it works absolutely fine in there. So yeah, got back to the motorhome, popped it in, gave it an hour to register, popped it in, works fine. It is actually on the SFR network, and it's locked to the SFR network. Some of the other cards, you can go into the app in here and you can choose a carrier. If you know, it might register with Orange, it might register with Vodafone. It was locked to SFR. No problems, it worked fine. Again, if you got it in the sticks, it was a little bit slow in places, but it worked absolutely fine. Gave us loads of data. So that was France, problem solved. Topping up as well is, but we never had to top up, we had enough data, but it looks relatively straightforward to do as far as texting or go online, etc. So it looks reasonably sensible to do. So that was France. Spain. Happy days. Into Spain. Our first campsite we stayed at, lovely little campsite. I said to the girl about mobile data. Again, the old tourist SIM card doesn't compute in any language. She just said, go to, I think it was a Digi shop in the next big town along. I forget where it was. Basically, it was like a phone shop, but not a full phone shop. But it was a Digi shop, whatever that was. And again, long story short, really nice guy in there. I said, I'm looking for some mobile. He spoke English. I'm looking for some mobile data from a box when I'm in Spain, all over the place. No problem, sir. Here we go. A Leica mobile. Leica mobile. Again, in the shop. I think this was 20 euros. 20 euros for 150 gigabytes of data. 100 gig, 50 gig free. Again, you start thinking this all sounds too good to be true, but it was spot on. So you registered the card in the shop. Again, you need your passport. You don't need any addresses, right? Just your passport. 20 euros, 150 gigabyte. So again, English head thinking, oh yeah, I bet this is going to be no issues. Took it back, popped it in here, boom, 4G plus 150 gigabytes of data. the Leica mobile. I did register on the Leica mobile website, and you get your phone number, because it will text you back your phone number and all that kind of stuff. So with that, you can top up as you like. But we never needed 150 gigabyte. Gave us loads of data, even though I'm uploading and downloading stuff. 150 gig is a massive amount of data. Spain sorted. So that was Leica mobile. Links in the description. Into Portugal. Unfortunately, this didn't seem to work in Portugal, which probably is a different country. We naively thought that Portugal, Spain, similar language. No, completely different language. Spanish is Spanish, Portuguese is Portuguese, Brazilian, Portuguese, completely different. A few similarities, but completely different. Anyway, irrelevant. Again, first little site we stayed on, a little vineyard. Let's talk to the guy, it was Swiss. He said, go to the next town. There's a little shop there, a little phone shop. He said, ask him for a Vodafone card. Okay. On the push bikes the next day, stopped in this little phone shop, and I thought, oh, we're going to get a run around here. You know, we don't sell SIM cards, we only sell phones. Yeah. Guy in there said, he spoke English again. What do you want, sir? I said, well, I'm looking for a SIM card for my mobile Wi-Fi box. I said, yeah, no problem, sir. Vodafone, what's it called? Vodafone Go Total. He said, 15 euros. I said, so I need to register? No. 15 euros, stick it in your phone box. He said, it'll just work. I said, what does that give me for 15 euros? He said, unlimited data. So this is actually a data-only SIM. You don't get many of these. They're normally got a phone number as well, so you can put it in your phone. This is purely data only. So for 14.99, 15 euros on the Vodafone network, which was a good network, unlimited data for 15 days. Unlimited data. And it worked brilliantly everywhere. Good speeds everywhere. Topping it up, however, again, we were only in Portugal less than just about 15 days, so we didn't need to top it up. You do get like a code with it, like a little card with its code on there for topping up. But it probably is very simple to do, but we never got there because everyone speaks pretty good English. We could have asked someone, I'm sure we'd have found out how to do it. Apparently you can do it in some ATMs, put the code in and top it up with your ATM. But we never needed to do that. But 15 euros, unlimited data, perfect. So hopefully that's been helpful to you when you're off on your travels. It can be a bit of a nightmare. Like I say, a lot of videos I've seen, oh, it's easy, just walk into a shop. France, not that easy. Portugal, Spain was a lot easier. So there we are. Hopefully that's been helpful to you. If you're new to my channel, use your YouTube stuff. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Helps my channel grow, and it does help my channel grow. It makes a big difference. And as I've said in other videos, encourages me to make more. So thanks for watching. Catch you next time.